So, here's my views on COVID. These masks suck. I can't breathe with them. Not gonna wear them. Not worth it to me. Any tickets I get? Confetti. Why? Because I don't think it's fair to be discriminated against just because I can't wear a mask or I'm allergic to hand sanitizer. What about the small minority that really can't wear masks or have physical issues with different things? Different restrictions that are now supposedly legally in place. Who the hell made that law? I'd like to know. So I can actually take them to task over people like myself that I can't deal with masks or sanitizer or any of the other crap that they're actually giving out there. And most of the stuff that they're stressing over is like, hello? What? Common sense? Weren't we taught as kids to wash our hands after bathroom, cover our mouth and nose when we sneeze, or cough, or something like that? You know, like, come on. Like, seriously, weren't we taught all that as kids? And now we're panicking over it? CPS equals COVID Panic Syndrome. What happens? You wear enough of you wear those masks long enough, you cut off your air supply enough, that you actually start degrading your process of thought. Lack of oxygen, it basically restricts the ability to think properly. Asphyxiation to a certain limited degree leads to delusional problems and leads to other things that would otherwise affect one's ability to comprehend appropriately situations such as what we're faced with. So therefore, because of the fact that also leading to the fact that there's also the fact that if you look in the surgical end of things, like, okay, medical, what do surgeons wear? They wear masks when they're doing what? Surgery. And they wear a room. What's also in that room? Another elevated level of oxygen that allows for the lack of oxygen that the mask actually prevents. So it compensates for something that the mask prevents. To a certain degree, the mask actually reduces the amount of oxygen taking in. So what happens? You have to boost the oxygen level in the room so that these people are able to function and think properly while they're doing their surgery, while they have something in front of them that's preventing them from spitting in where they're working. Right? That's all it is. It's just a spit guard, for the most part. But it also actually restricts oxygen, aka air. So, that being said in the case, and knowing this particular type of concept and understanding, then where is it that it is stated that I am to be wearing a mask every time I step outside my door? I will not heed such a stupid and ridiculously outright... No, I can't. I can't follow a law that is forcing me to restrict my oxygen intake to the point where I will retard myself in the thinking capacity when COPD with asthma does just the same thing as a mask does. Cuts off the air circulation. Obviously, I'm not sounding like my normal self like I would do in my other videos. Why? Because my COPD with asthma is currently acting up. Why? Because I've got hay fever. Why? Because sanitizers. I found out over 3 years ago I was allergic. Before COVID. Gee. Now isn't that kind of funny? I have an actually valid excuse in which I have allergen that I got tested with, like an allergist that I seen that had tested me for such measures and such, actually did say, yes, I do have these intolerances. They're allergies, but they're not the EpiPen type of allergies where I need to grab an EpiPen. Oh my god, I gotta stab myself. I can't breathe. No, it's not hospitalization crap. It's basically just straight up. You know, I feel very uncomfortable. My symptoms are similar to COVID, but they are not. They are hay fever. What is it? Flu season. Gee, we have another flu going around. Come on, people. Are you really going to let them frickin' force you into suffering from CPS? COVID Panic Syndrome? We're not Chicken Little. The sky's not falling, guys. Come on. CPS is similar. Oh my god. There's been a few cases of COVID. Oh my god. Everybody panic. Everybody isolate. Oh my god. What? What happened with MARS, SARS, bubonic plague, other freaking plagues like that? Like, what happened with those? Every season, every year, we get the flu season. What? Why? Because it's going to happen whether we want it to or not. Some of the newer flus that don't respond to the old bug freaking vaccines, well, of course not. They mutate. So does everything else. The only thing constant is change. So with this being said in the case, what in the hell are we all panicking about? When just simple, a little bit of common sense exercising, we need to be calm. We need to be rational. We need to exercise common sense. Like, gee, we were taught when we were kids, so what? Wash our hands, cover our mouths and nose when we sneeze or cough. You know, like that. Hello? So, there you go. Point? You don't necessarily have to be in a panic state and actually being out of your mind. Oh my God, social distancing! Screw that! What's wrong with a hug? What's wrong with a handshake? It's not like we don't wash our hands afterwards anyway. You know, we don't have to be paranoid about it. Get a grip, guys. Do I look like I'm stressed over it? I'm more stressed over the freaking panic and the bull crap I'm getting, making me feel like I've got dog crap on my shoes. Standing outside of stores that I can't go into because I can't wear a mask. I'm not allowed to wear. I'm not allowed in because I can't wear a mask. I'm not allowed in because I've got dog crap on my boots. That's equivalent. You know, thanks for the discrimination, you guys that work in stores and stuff. I really appreciate that. Makes me feel real good about myself. I already got a bad enough case of freaking problems with my freaking emotions and stuff without having you guys add to that crap. Thanks for the kick in the nuts. I'm already down. So, whatever. I'm not saying I'm not taking it seriously, or that I don't understand that there is actually something serious going on there. What I am saying is that we can actually exercise common sense and still actually be safe, without having to go to the panic extreme of having to distance ourselves from everybody. Having to hide. You know, this is not Avatar. We are not freaking running in James Cameron's world. You know, we don't need to run around like Chicken Little with her head cut off. I mean, I'm not sure if everybody's familiar with the story, but the story of Chicken Little is this. There was this one little chicken that was sitting one day underneath a tree, and an acorn fell off the tree and hit her in the head. And she was under the impression the sky was falling. Oh my God, the sky's falling, the sky's falling. Ah, freak, 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 freak. Whoops. And so that being said in the case, she was freaking the sky was falling. She was running around all over the village saying, oh my God, the sky's falling, the sky's falling, the sky's falling. And it turns out, no, the sky wasn't falling. It was just an acorn. Big whoop. How many colds and flus have we been through? Huh? I ask you this. How many colds, how many flus, how many freaking God knows what else, diseases and stuff have we been hit with that we've survived? A little bit of common sense exercising. We don't need to panic over it. We don't need to go 2 meter distance. Oh my God. Ah. No, we don't need it. What we need is to exercise common sense. We need to exercise being calm. We need to exercise being rational. We can't let this crap get the better of us so that all our common sense flies out the window. All right? Come on, guys. Come on, people. Get with it. Please. For the sake of everybody. We don't need to go stupid in order to cope with this. Okay? Please. Spare the stupidity. Get a brain. Use it. You have a brain, guys. Come on. God gifted us with a brain. Please, use it. We have the access to common sense in that brain. Everybody's got an innate ability of common sense. All we got to do is just find it and use it. Come on, guys. Exercise the brain here. We need to here in this to cope with this all. So that we're not taken in. And we're not stuck with going, oh, you know. What is it going to be next? What else are we going to panic about? Oh my God, there's an asteroid that's freaking straying too close to the Earth. Oh my God, everybody panic. No. Or what about, oh my God, there's something deep in the sea that we don't know about that's going to come and eat us. Oh. What? Yeah, that sounds kind of ridiculous, doesn't it? So does the COVID panic. So does the social distancing and everything. I think it's ridiculous. What's wrong with giving somebody that's feeling down a hug? Or saying, hey, you did a great job, buddy. Put her there. Handshake. What's wrong with that? You know, everything that we do day to day, everything that we've learned as kids and stuff like that is all freaking pretty much being thrown back in our faces and told that we absolutely have to do it. Paranoid. Obsessed. No. Don't. You don't have to obsess over it. You just got to use a little bit of common sense. Use your brain. Come on, think, people. All right? Get with the program, please. For the sake of everybody. For the sake of people around you. And for the sake of yourself. For your own mental well-being. Think, guys. Think of how you would feel if you were in my shoes. Unable to wear a mask. Unable to tolerate sanitizer. Think, please. That's all I'm asking. Is it not a bad thing to ask? Is it too much to ask you guys to think about what you guys react to first, please? Before you encounter somebody like me who can't wear masks and who can't bear being around sanitizer? We're not sick. We're not going to infect you with what we're suffering from. We can't give it to you, but we do suffer. Why persecute us for something that we suffer from that we can't give to you? And for those of us that are fellow sufferers, hey man, I'm out there. I'm getting this word out. I'm trying to do the level best that I can to let everybody know about the problems that we minorities suffer from. Why we can't follow the friggin' supposed law, which is supposedly all over the place. Now everybody has got to wear a mask. Oh, everybody, it's against the law. You're gonna get a fine if you don't. You're gonna go to jail if you don't. What about me? I can't. What about those of us that can't? Do they even have those kind of special concessions and considerations for people like myself? No, apparently not. We're made to stand outside in the cold and exposing ourselves to freaking something that would make us even worse sick. Like, oh gee, I got bronchitis. I can't stand outside a store to wait for freaking them to bring my purchase out to me so that I can freaking deal with it. So I can get my purchase and go home. I can't wait for half an hour outside of a freaking store for my purchase. But I'm not allowed in that store to get my purchase sooner because I can't wear a mask. You see where this is going? I'm completely barred out of pretty much every place that I go through or to go to, unless they have an understanding of I cannot be wearing a mask. There are some of us that cannot, unless there's a sign that actually says on the window that's saying, if you can't wear a mask, we will actually still serve you. You know, there's some stores like that. And thank you guys that are like that, because I appreciate you guys, because you people actually do know and understand people that are in my situation. You know? But then those of you that decide, no, you can't wear a mask, we're not going to serve you. Well, thanks guys, you're real heartless. You know? You're looking at people like myself that can't freaking go out there and can't do things like that. We can't wear masks. I'm willing to carry a glove around to come into your store to deal with you, to spend money with you guys. And you guys are actually turning around and saying, no, we're not going to accept your money. Okay, fine. Or no, we're going to make you wait outside. As if you have dog crap on your shoes. We don't want you in our establishment because you cannot wear a mask. Now, how cruel is that? Are you going to do that to people with wheelchairs? Are you going to do that with people with freaking wearing crutches? What are you going to do? We disabled people are people too. We disabled people are deserving of being able to be served like any other customer that walks into your store, regardless of whether we can wear a mask or not. We deserve that consideration, do you not think? But I guess not. You're not thinking, otherwise you wouldn't have that kind of deal in place of being so restrictive in your policies that you won't even serve somebody like myself who's trying just their level best to try to keep it calm when we suffer from things like problems with not being able to wear a mask, hay fever, PTSD rage, which is what I've got. I've got a minor problem with PTSD rage. The masks are an issue for me as well. I can't help but get a little upset over the mask issue. And I apologize in advance if I do seem to be a little aggressive. But excuse me for having a problem with my PTSD being mildly triggered because of it. Yeah, I'm going to be a little upset. Yeah, I'm going to seem a little standoffish. You got something that's hiding your face. I can't see you. I can't see you talk. I can't see your facial expressions. If I can't, then how am I supposed to expect that you're going to understand me? If I can't see your expression. Or maybe I should start wearing a mask. Fine, how about if I get a gun too? Start carrying that around too, Mask and a gun, there you go. That's going to be real big on you guys. I walk into a store with a mask and a gun to do some shopping. Oh, it don't matter that I got money in my account. It don't matter that I got a freaking card that I can actually use to spend the money on it. For the stuff that I would go in to buy. No, you would take an exception to the fact that I would carry a gun along with the mask. Oh, why am I carrying a gun? Oh, because you want me to social distance. I want to make sure them motherfuckers are staying the freaking away from me, man. Huh? Do you really think I'm going to go that stupid? I don't think so. So, I think we really need to take a good, long, hard sit down and think about what's really going on. How we are reacting to the situation. And if we're reacting in a way that we don't like ourselves, please consider yourself. Consider what impression you're giving other people and consider how you're treating others. Do unto others as though you would have them do unto you. Well, if you treat me aggressively, if you treat me like I'm something that's not like a wormy deposit that a dog left behind, then how do you expect me to treat you in a reasonable and calm and professional manner when you can't afford me the same courtesy? How do you expect me to respond to you in a pleasant manner when all I get flat back is flack? And made to feel like I'm a pariah because I can't follow a certain rule. Because I'm physically incapable of it. You know? The choice is yours, guys. I can understand being politely asked. Okay, yes. No, I'm sorry, I'm unable to wear a mask. My responses are based on how you guys, you, the public, treat me in response. Okay? I am a reactor. And there's very few of us out there. We do not act out. We do not cause aggression directly. It's if we are confronted on something that we ourselves are incapable of doing, and we know we're incapable of. We will stand up for ourselves. I try to do so in a non-violent manner, but I am actually getting very fed up with these people that go, mask! What the hell? No. No mask. I cannot. And I will not. I will outright refuse. Therefore, most of the businesses are losing out on my business. And I'm going to be encouraging those that are like me to do the same. Why should we walk into your business if you choose to not serve us because we cannot wear a mask? Why are you forcing us to wait on the curbside when we cannot enter the store because we cannot wear a mask? Are you guys that much paranoid that you don't want to risk, oh my God, we don't want to risk a ghoulie from somebody that walks in because they have no mask? Or they can't wear gloves. Or they can't wear hand sanitizer. Now, first off, if it's non-latex, I can wear it. Okay, that's fine. Glove. Hand covering. Yes, that's fine, as long as it's non-latex. And I'm only going to be using the one anyway, because why? This hand here is usually in use for what? I'm walking. I walk with a cane. It's obvious that I've got a physical disability. So then there's this hand here that I swapped off as I'm holding this phone that I'm using for this recording. my left hand. Hello, this hand is quite capable of wearing a glove. It's quite capable of actually accommodating some of the restrictions that are in place, yes. When I talk to somebody, I talk to them down like this. Why? Because I'm pointing my nose downward, my face downward. Why? Because I can't wear a mask. So rather than forcing someone to interact with me as I'm face to face with them, face to face, I'm not breathing on them and such. I'm tilting my nose down. Yeah, that's the deal. I look upset, yes, but I'm not. I am breathing down. I am accommodating someone who has to wear a mask. I am making sure I am not breathing in anyone's face or getting in anyone's face. I'm maintaining distance. But I don't have to wear a mask in order to do so. I can't really breathe hard. I can't really breathe very well anyway because of my COPD with asthma, as you could tell from during the video, me clearing my throat every so often. That is me having a problem with my breathing. I should be going to a freaking emerge about it, but I'm not. Why? Because I can't wear a mask. They'll escort me out of insecurity and not give me the help I need. Any one of the problems I've got at the moment, I could go to emerge over. Emergency. Can't. Why? Because they won't help me. Why? Because there's a mask law in place and I can't wear a mask. I don't even expect how they would give me the nebulizing medication that they need to give me for my breathing problem when they expect me to wear a mask. How can I wear a mask over top of a mask? The nebulizer masks are different because of the way the way that it is. The way the nebulizer mask is it covers the nose in such a way that it doesn't obstruct the breathing. There's holes in the top, and the medicine comes in from the bottom and actually nebulize, and you get a mist that you breathe. Which, that's fine. You don't have that constriction of the mask that they use for surgery that muffles everybody's sounds. It's almost impossible to make somebody out in what they're trying to say when they're trying to talk behind a mask. And when you got a voice problem like mine, it's either I have to sound really pissed off and loud enough so that people can hear me, or when I talk normal, people can barely hear me, like you probably can barely hear me in the video. This is me talking normal. I can barely breathe. I can barely talk. There's a lot of crap I've got to go through. And I have to practically yell in order to get you guys to hear me. I have to be loud enough that you guys can actually focus on what I'm trying to say. I don't mean to sound pissed off, but I just can't help it. It's the only way I'm going to be heard. Otherwise. And yeah, it hurts to do it. What else can I do? I gotta be heard sometime. Anyway. Howl Song Blood Rain, aka Wolf, signing off. Later, guys. Stay safe. And be calm about this, please. We don't need any more panic than we already have with the COVID crap. Alright? Laters.